Welcome, and let's start this rainbow hoop project. First thing we're going to do is use red thread. I have split it so there are 3 strands in each group. I slowly pull it off my card and I am looking to take one of the strands out. In this group has 4 strands that I have split. So we are going to go and grab one of the strands and go very slowly so as it will not knot. Once I pull the thread out, I make sure that I place the remaining strands that I have back on my board or put it in a safe place for when I need it next. One tip I would recommend, anytime you're not using your needle, put it back in a pin cushion or put it into your fabric until you're ready to use it. You're going to take your thread and your needle, and this is the trickiest part, to thread it. I find it really is helpful having a dish of water next to you. So when you dip a little bit of water, make it wet, pinch it between your fingers, take your needle. Sometimes it's really hard because if you look really close at the strand, it has 3 little strings all wrapped together. And that's the hardest part, really, of needle pointing, is getting the needle and thread together. So once you have that, you're going to have both ends together. So you can leave it on the table. Grab the tails and you're going to hold, you're going to take that tail and your needle like that. And with the tail, see how they're together? Hold that together. Take the tail and wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Hold it close together, pinch it. Take your hands and lightly hold on to it, but just feed it through. And that will be your knot. That's how easy it is. It's a little practice. So once you have your needle threaded, you are then ready to begin needle pointing. You're going to see over here that I'm going to start with the green thread. You're going to start with red. You're on the outer edge, but it is the same stitch over and over. We're going to do a running stitch. We're going to start with the first stitch on the bottom. I am a righty, so I hold the needle in my right hand and I hold a loop in my left hand. You are going to take your needle from the underside and you're trying to find a place to poke your needle through to do your first stitch. As you can see, my hand is ready to pull the needle out, but I wanted to show you in a slower motion of how this looks like. If you look closely, you can see my needle, it's like bumping through the fabric, and I'm trying to find where I'm going to poke the fabric. It's very lightly. I'm not poking yet until I find the exact spot where I see that first bottom line is, and then you're going to see there's my needle, and that didn't look like it worked, so I pull it back out, and then that's where I find and I pull the needle through. The running stitch is going from down, you pull your needle up, and you poke it back where you want to go. It then goes down, you find where you have to go, and you poke it back in. So it's a constant down, up, down, up. You just keep on going, and that is called a running stitch. Eventually your thread will run out And before you get to the tippy top of your thread, because you do have to make a knot, stop it when it is about the size of your pinky finger. Once you get to about the size of your pinky finger, I would recommend you stop, you flip your board over. This is where you're going to be making another knot because you do not want to leave loose threads and then it will come apart. So you're going to go to the last stitch you did, feed your needle through, and then before you pull it all the way through, there's a hoop there. Go with your needle, feed it, and just give it a pull. Now you need to make a knot. Put your needle through again, hold on to it, and go up, and that will be your knot, and you can just trim it right there. So this should be a very relaxing and fun activity. You have to do the rest of the rainbow, and remember, the hardest part is just threading your needle. Once you get the hang of that and the knot, you're ready to go. Enjoy this fun and relaxing activity.